Great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am just happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for life. I tell you every week, I don't take days for granted. I don't take life for granted. I don't take you for granted. So I am happy and I'm grateful for you. And I'm going to come every week and remind you that you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous. Everything your hands go to touch, it must, it shall, and it will manifest, prosper, and grow great things because you're great. Okay. You're created out of greatness, so it makes you great. You're created out of perfection. So you are perfect, but you're not expected to be perfect through this journey. You are expected to strive for perfection. You're expected to walk out your purpose. Okay. Because you are purpose. So all we're doing in this journey is we're determining where our purpose fits in the season that we're living in. Period. Okay? So it's Meal Prep Monday. And for those of y'all who have been tuning in, I have uploaded all the videos from November or December, whenever I stopped, to last Monday. So they don't have dates on them, but I'll go back and excuse me, they all have dates. They don't have titles yet. Am I recording? I hope so. Okay. They all have dates, and I'll go back and title them. But I put them up because I told you, the Lord has been really dealing with me. Jehovah God's been dealing with me about transformation. And so a few weeks ago, I guess now it'd be 3 weeks ago, I told you he's showing me the steps of transformation. That's awareness, acceptance, alignment, and activation. And I have literally walked through, or I'm walking through each step. So this week, Meal Prep Monday, I'm going to talk to you about alignment, right? So here's the thing. What is alignment in this transformation? This is where you're like, let me see. It's almost like where internally you are like, you believe that your footsteps are predestined. You believe that your footsteps are preordained. You begin to believe that it's a fixed fight and we win. You're in a place where you're like, you know what? I believe it. Even though I don't see it, I believe that I'm supernatural. I believe that nothing happens by chance or surprise to Jehovah God, just to me. I believe that he knows the beginning and the end. He already knows. So he knows today that I was going to be here with Kadeja. He knew already that I was supposed to be at an appointment at 11 o'clock and I'm an hour away. So now it's like, do I rush or do I do what God ordained me to do? He ordained me to do these calls. So that's why I'm sitting here. Okay. So it's getting to that point where even when your days start feeling overwhelmed and, I'm sorry. I don't know if I went black. I'm literally holding this little iPad mini. Y'all know every time I change a device, I don't know what it's doing. But anyway, um, it's like getting to the point where you trust the supernatural over the natural. Like, am I on my agenda? Am I on God's agenda? Am I operating first and foremost in Chronos time or Kairos time? Right? Kairos is heaven's time. So naturally, I believe that I'm supposed to be in an appointment in 40 minutes or 30 minutes, but realistically, I'm not going to make it. So instead of putting me and Cairo in danger, I'm literally sitting here. All right. So this is what I mean by alignment. It's when your identity, your thoughts, your emotions, your decisions, your actions, they start moving all in the same direction. But that direction is God led, not person led, if that makes sense. So someone may look at it like, girl, you just running behind. Well, no, because I planned. I literally planned this whole morning. And if time got off, I'm not going to say it's necessarily me if I did all the things that I'm supposed to do to stay in time. So I'm not going to overwhelm myself. I'm not going to stress myself. I'm just going to learn how to be in the moment because I believe that the day is predestined and it's preordained. Does that make sense? I hope so. Because we're all mature here. We're not taking what I'm saying and using it when we know that we just out of order, right? So here's the thing. How do we begin to know that we're walking in alignment? These are some things I want you to look at, right? Number one, you stop arguing with the truth. So this is what I'm trying to say. So during awareness, you begin to accept what's true. All right. What's true is I want to be able to go through my day the way I planned it because I had a whole day planned. But when you become aware that maybe some things are now off, my timing is off, but I've been intentional to do what I was supposed to do, then I'm not going to keep pushing the envelope to do my agenda. I'm going to be still. And I'm going to say, you know what? Maybe this is God's agenda. Maybe I'm supposed to be here to celebrate with Kadeja versus going to the doctors. And if they charge me $25, it's okay because he's Jehovah Jireh. He'll provide for me. Maybe I'm supposed to be in this moment, although I planned for something else. Does that make sense? Y'all talk to me. Does that make sense?
Oh, yes. Amen.
Okay, thank you. So you stop arguing with truth, right? So now it's like, and then because you remember, we're in Romans 12 and 2, right? It's like, hmm, it's when your mind isn't just learning truth, but it's beginning to think in truth. Make it make sense. Like when stuff starts happening, when you really start, like, you know what? My days are predestined, they're preordained. God, and where am I supposed to be? Because I'm only one person. What am I supposed to be doing? Right? So what is the priority? Maybe this is the priority. What's going on with Kadeja? It's the priority. Because it's celebratory. She's like in a great moment right now. Okay. So what's number two? Number two, your reactions begin changing before your circumstances do. Girl, if I'm sitting here, you better not pull off. Sorry, that's Kadeja. So she's buying a new car today, y'all. Let me see if y'all can see her. Where's she at? I don't know if she's on the call or not. Look at her. That's her in this white car. And now how she better be on this call. Got me late for my appointment and she gonna drive off and leave me at the, oh Lord. All right. So listen, your reactions begin changing before your circumstances do, right? So what do I mean? So it could be like the same situation. It could be something that you're used to going or that normally happens, right? Um I walk in my house and there's always dishes in the sink and everybody know I don't like dishes in the sink, right? But when you're in alignment, your like your actions or your reactions, they'll start minimizing to a situation, if that makes sense. So I'm not gonna keep reacting to them dishes. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Nobody can touch the heart of man but God. Nobody. So touch the heart of man. Of these two males in this house to get these dishes up out the sink. And I'm going to stay in peace. Does that make sense? This is when you start aligning, okay? You begin, your reactions will begin internally, even when the situations don't change. The situation is the same, right? But your reaction is different. When you start aligning, when you're in alignment, and I'm telling you these things because these are the things I want you to start looking, self evaluation, right? Because we did the awareness, right? We did the acceptance. Now we're at alignment. This is how we have true transformation. So we become aware of our behavior. We accept that it's not the best behavior, and now we lining up with our true self, our true identity. All right? My true identity is not the young lady who walks in the house ready to throw a cup at somebody because I see it in the sink for 2 days. That's not my true self. Although in the moment, that is probably how I feel. Makes sense? All right. So let me see. Why are we doing this? Um, you also got to remember, like, sometimes we go through the same thing. Know that the same situation does not produce the same things in you every time you encounter the situation. Some things are placed in our life to perfect us. All right? The dishes in the sink could be placed in my life to pick peace over frustration, peace over anxiety, something that small. All right, same situation, but as you approach that same situation in alignment, you change even when the situation doesn't. And when you change, the situation removes itself. Remember that. All right, what else are we doing? You got to recognize in alignment that peace is more valuable than proving yourself. This is how you know you're in transformation. This is how you know you're in alignment. You ain't got to prove yourself. Listen, Lucy, everybody does not deserve your energy. Some people just got to be dead wrong. All right? If I have not learned nothing else in helping my mom and helping my hubs and in between still being every hat that I have, I have learned. Well, no, I'm walking out. I'm staying in alignment that I am not going to chase grown people about themselves, right? I did what I was supposed to do. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. As for y'all don't know, my mother had surgery. She had to have a procedure on her back. So after the graduation, I flew to Texas. That's why the last week's morning mindset was in Texas. And she was like, she knew I had to come back because James had to have a procedure Thursday. So I was down there helping her. I had to come help him. And when I was coming back, she's like, you don't have to come back. Don't come back. So I'm like, you know what? Okay. Because I'm not going to chase grown people. All right. My mother was doing well. But I talked to my mom yesterday. No, Saturday. What you think my mom was doing? Right in that car driving somewhere. And where she went, the place was closed. I told her that's what you get because you're not supposed to be driving, right? Now, I'm not chasing grown folk. I have to keep my peace. I have to trust that I did what I was supposed to do, if for no other reason. Even if she want to act a little cray cray, I believe the favor on my life is enough to cover my mother, because God knows I can't deal with losing her today. All right. So she got a little more life. This is what I'm gonna believe. She got a little more life because I can't handle it right now. All right. So that's the thing. When you start chasing peace, okay, you got to do what you got to do. I cannot be stressed out about my mom. I'm grateful that my mother is 80 years old. I'm grateful that my mother is self-sufficient. I have to trust that she loves her life enough that she's not going to put herself in a whole lot of danger. But I also have to respect that she is independent. I have to respect that she's self-sufficient. Okay? I wrestled with it. I had to ask God, do I just go against what she wants and I come back? Listen, my mother, if she don't want me there, she don't want me there. So I'm just going to fly in for her appointment, or I've made it to where I can fly in if something happens and I got to get back to her. But I got to respect where she is, okay? If for no other reason, to keep my peace. Okay? So that's number 3. Your peace becomes more valuable than having to prove yourself. I don't need to prove to her that I'm a good daughter by being there. If she don't know it at this point, I ain't nothing else I can do. Okay? Number 4. This is a good one, y'all. When we're aligned, when we're becoming aligned, obedience becomes easier. What did I tell y'all? Well, no, I'm going to say it like this. Obedience becomes simpler, simpler, if that's a word. I say it all the time. This life is simple, but what's simple to do is also simple not to do. But when you are in alignment, when you're walking out alignment, obedience becomes simple. Why? Because you get to a point where you stop debating God. You don't debate what God is speaking to you as much. All right? When God is telling you to go left and you want to go right, when you're aligned, it becomes simpler to obey Him. Even though I want to go left, I know you know what's best, so I'm not going to do it. Even though I want to keep this person in my life, you know what's best. So by faith, I believe that it's going to be greater later. Whatever I'm getting out of this relationship that you're telling me to leave, you have something greater, because you're always going to grow me. It's always going to grow. It's always going to enhance. Obedience becomes simpler. All right. Why? Because in this place, what's really happening is you're replacing your fears with faith. You're replacing your fears with trust. You begin to trust Jehovah God more. You begin to trust the plan of your life more than fear. It ain't you, it's fear. The fear begins to dismantle. All right. Number 5. All right. Y'all ready for this one? You begin grieving the old version of yourself without wanting it back. Why do I say that? Because sometimes alignment will make us feel like we're losing something. Sometimes alignment well, because we are losing something, but it'll make us feel like a loss. Okay? So then we grieve losses. It's a natural emotion. Grief is not just when someone transitions. Anything that removes itself or is removed from your life is a loss. So you'll begin to grieve that loss, but you'll grieve it not wanting it back. That's a sign of alignment, right? Why do I say this? Because as you learn your true identity more, what time is it? As you learn your true identity more, you'll realize the parts that you're losing, they rest in your false self, not your true self. So you'll stop looking at the loss as so heavy and like, oh my God, and all of that, right? If you have to lose a friend, right? You may lose a friend and you're hurt. But the reality is that relationship was toxic. I guarantee you, whatever you see as friendship, you'll gain more. I hope that makes sense. Because that's big. Loss is it's like uncomfortable, but it's actually healthy. I'm gonna give you one more. Your values begin organizing your calendar. So you know when we are able to be prosperous, it's because we have strategy. A lot of time we don't prosper because we don't have strategy. You have to be strategic in your prosperity. You have to be strategic in your destiny. Y'all, when I realized the difference of fate, Fate, and destiny, got me on a whole nother plane. So your values will begin to organize your calendar. What do I mean? I mean, it's because alignment is not measured by your intentions. What I tell y'all, good intentions paves the road to hell. I tell y'all that all the time. Alignment is measured where your time, where your attention, and where your energy naturally goes. So that's why it's important. Your daily routines, your daily behaviors, your consistency, your persistence. When you become aligned, it aligns more with your true self. Your nervous system begins recognizing safety in God's presence. When you are in alignment, your true self begins to evolve, and then you understand so naturally because our nervous system responds to triggers and trauma. But as you're aligning with your true self, your body is going to start lining up because you're going to start finding safety in Jehovah God. When you find safety in Jehovah God, you start revealing, like you start becoming aware of who you truly are. You're not looking for your true self. All right, you are your true self. So you start getting these revelations, and then you start understanding what safety truly feels like. All right, so what should you be doing? Repetitively. Prayer, worship, read your word, the Bible. That's the book for me. Number one personal growth and self-development book. All right. If you don't look at it like the Bible because you don't believe, that's fine. I don't care. It's the number one personal self-development and growth book. Because at the end of the day, we're all spirit with a soul wrapped in this flesh. That is not based on what you believe. It just is what it is. Your gratitude, be grateful, your obedience. These are things when you and what I love is when you're in alignment, it becomes easy. I could have easily been frustrated, but if I sat here frustrated, I then robbed Khadijah from her moment. Who am I to do that? I'm 53. I've been bought cars. Kadeja's had cars, but she's never had a new car. She's never been able to go on lots and find the car she wants and purchase it. Like, who am I? This is what I mean. When you submit, you learn how to submit. You learn how to be humble. You learn how to put someone else's moment before your own. All right. So I'm going to stop. Oh, it's 10:28. I want y'all meal prep Monday. Questions I want you to ask yourself. Because I told you, we're recognizing lies, we're recognizing all these false things that have masked our true self. So I want you to ask yourself, and this is going to help you figure out whether or not you're walking out your alignment. Okay, what truth do I no longer have to convince myself of? What truth about yourself do you no longer have to convince? When you look in the mirror, I used to look in the mirror and I couldn't share what I saw. Let me look in that mirror now, baby. All right? I don't care about this birthmark. I don't care about these moles. I don't care about none of that. I don't care about the little, none of that. All right? I can look in the mirror and I can speak to my true self. I can see parts of my true identity. Okay? So you gotta ask yourself that. Ask yourself, what lie has lost its power over me? I'm not seen. Nobody cares about me. No one likes me. Da 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 da. What lie has lost its power? I don't care that everyone don't see me. I know who's supposed to see me and they do. So for that, I'm grateful. That's when you're in alignment, okay? Where am I obeying before I completely understand? Where can I be obedient even when I don't understand what's about to happen? But because I know that it's Jehovah God speaking to me, I will obey. Even if I tell him, I don't know why you got me sitting in this parking lot. You know I need to go get my physical, but your will be done in my life. That's alignment. You can feel how you feel. You can even tell them what you want. But when you can end with, but your will be done, you're in alignment. All right? What habits are becoming natural instead of forced? Are you getting up wanting to spend time with Jehovah God versus rolling over, falling asleep? Some of us don't even get out the bed. We just, Lord, I thank you, God. I thank you for another. Uh, all right? No. What relationships feel healthier because I've changed? When you can look at relationships, look at the relationship with your spouse, look at the relationship with your children. What relationships have changed and gotten better because of the changes I'm making? All right, I'm past my 1031. Y'all know I don't like, y'all forgive me. I was a little late, but it's okay. Meal Prep Monday. I'm going to put this up today because I'm talking real fast. I don't know if Kadeja left or not. I don't see the little white car no more. The little Holy Ghost car gone. But stay focused, stay humble, stay positive. This is a whole lot that I said in a little bit of time. But alignment, when you recognize that you're in alignment, because each one of us are, we're in alignment. I don't meet you twice. Every day you grow. Every day that you're willing to work on you and realize who you truly are, you are not the same person. All right, so you are in alignment every day. Recognize them, learn how to recognize your alignment, and learn how to celebrate it, period. Okay, because you are worthy, you are necessary, you are needed, you are relevant to your friends, family, loved ones, enemies, but above all of that, to this journey, to this world. Your name is great. No one can be you, and no one can do you better than you, period. So, I am Nicole D. Jones, and I want you to continue to have a fantabulous rest of the day. If y'all know Kadeja, y'all keep in touch with Kadeja because I don't know where she is. She had to go to work too, but y'all celebrate her. This is a great accomplishment for her in her adult life and her adult world. So I'm grateful. I'm happy for her and her girls. So, again, I'm Nicole D. Jones, and I want you to continue to have a fantabulous rest of the day. Smooches.